What's up, y'all? Welcome back. It's me, Roshina, and I'm back with another commentary video. How y'all doing today? I hope all is well, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this Shanquella Robinson case. Mr. Gerardo has come out again with another story, y'all. Let's get into it. This is the villa in Los Cabos, Mexico, where Shanquella Robinson traveled with her so-called friends, in which one took her life. They arrived in Mexico on October 28th, and she was pronounced deceased on October 29th. This said villa is said to be owned by a big-time businessman in Mexico, which is maybe the reason why so many things are being kept under on the hush hush, why they are not reporting on the case in Mexico. It is also being reported that the villa is under reconstruction, that the name of the villa is being changed to take the heat off the villa.
I love this painting, the kindness, the loving person that she was. It's all I got is our memories and this photo, my child. Certain pictures make you cry. It's good memories. She's on my mind the first thing. I wake up in the morning, the first thing, thought is in my mind is her, Shanquella.
She was a beautiful person on the outside, and she was a very beautiful person in the inside. She just had a beautiful spirit.
Shanquella's life and legacy now shaped by her final moments. A brutal beating shared on social media, a vicious death while on vacation with friends.
The growing mystery surrounding the death of an American tourist.
Just one day into that vacation, she turned up dead.
The FBI has now opened an investigation.
Now, Mexican authorities charging an unnamed U.S. citizen with murder, one of Shanquella's acquaintances.
So this is the evil six friends, but we all know the aggressor was Miss Dejanay Robinson right here. So we assume that's who they are looking for.
I thank God for the 25 years that she were here with me, But I hate to see my child leave here like that, That was a terrible way for her to die.
Nobody deserves to die like that. She didn't deserve that.
She always said she wanted to have a successful business. That's all she pretty much talked about. And she could do anything. Yeah. Anything that she set her mind to do.
And in October, she was heading to San Jose del Cabo, Mexico, a seaside escape with 6 others.
She was very excited about it. She called me and I said, well, okay, enjoy yourself. And I'll call you by the time I think you've gotten there. That Friday evening, she seemed very excited about the trip, And she said she was getting ready to eat some tacos. They had a chef there. And I said, okay, love you. I will talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy yourself. And I never spoke with my child again.
Meanwhile, her so-called best friend, Mr. Khalil Cook, was sitting by watching the assault happen, her being beat to death while he recalled and asking her to fight back instead of trying to intervene and break up the fight. The assault, it wasn't a fight.
Not even 24 hours after her daughter landed in paradise, Salamandra says she got a worrying call from one of the friends who told her Shanquella wasn't feeling well.
And I said, well, what's wrong with her? And he said, alcohol poisoning. I didn't know what alcohol poisoning was, But he said, the doctor is on the way. And I said, well, how you know alcohol poisoning if the doctor haven't arrived yet?
According to the police report, the doctor recommended that Shanquella be taken to the hospital, but the friends allegedly refused.
And I said, well, why you can't take her to the hospital? And he said, well, they say you have to have cash money. I said, well, she has insurance. And he said, well, she need about $5,000 to be seen in the emergency room.
Soon after, another series of calls. Salamandra was told an ambulance had arrived, but it was too late.
They said that she was responsible and the ambulance was trying to resuscitate her. He said he was sorry that Shanquella had passed.
He said it just like that.
Just like that.
This is the biggest so-called best friend, Mr. Khalil Cook, the one who made the call to the mother stating that Shanquella was suffering from alcohol poisoning, and he also later called and told the mother that she had She was deceased due to the alcohol poisoning. What a best friend. With best friends like that, who in the hell needs an enemy?
He wasn't even emotional upset or nothing about it. And I say, well, you know, it was nothing I could do. It's just my heart just crumbled, you know, because I couldn't even get to my child. She 2,000 miles away.
Local Mexican authorities later releasing the police report stating the cause of death as cardiac arrest. Salamandra says days later, the friends returned to the States after their vacation. But as the family grieved, Salamandra says she received a disturbing call.
I got a call from somebody, I didn't even know who it was, and they said that they was over there fighting that girl. And that's the way they left it, just like that.
So someone just called you, said that, and then hung up?
And hung up. Said they was over there fighting. I don't know why they keep talking about alcohol poison.
Salamandra telling us she confronted the friends about that call when they visited her at home in Charlotte, North Carolina.
They was crying and say they never had a fight. They even sit here and say they was picking out what they was wearing to the funeral. They sit down here and we was talking about what colors we was gonna wear and what we was gonna do, and they sit here and say, pick out what they was wearing to the funeral.
As Shanquella's family was making plans for her funeral, they received bombshell news contradicting everything they'd been told by the so-called friends and the police report. Mexico, the 25-year-old died from a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, a dislocated neck. There was no mention of alcohol or cardiac arrest, and the approximate time of death was at 3 p.m., just 15 minutes after the injuries.
What went through your mind when you heard that?
Oh, just couldn't believe it. You know, we just got sick on the stomach.
Salamandra again says she confronted one of the friends who lived nearby.
They say Shanquella didn't die from no alcohol poisoning. They say she had been beating her neck. He broke out in a sweat, and he came out of his shirt. He was sweating so bad, it's like it was eating him up.
But soon, another punch in the gut. Graphic cell phone footage leaked online appearing to show Shanquella naked, physically assaulted by another woman, while others appeared to watch on, even encourage it.
Quilla, can you at least fight back?
All six of them had an opportunity to stop that situation. Neither one of them didn't do nothing about it. Who get them the right to take a life? He didn't give her no kind of care, no help. I can just feel her suffering, man. The last breath she took out of her body.
It's hard, but I want the world to see it. I want everything to come out because I want justice for my child.
You can hear the pain and hurt and see it in her parents' faces. This is so terrible, y'all. She did not have to die this way. They did not have to take her life.
Thousands of people across social media posting justice for Quilla and say her name, and hundreds attending her funeral in solidarity.
I just thought she would be burying me, not me burying her, man. When she came through the funeral home, I stood over, man, and I told her, baby girl, you would not die in vain. Daddy will get to the bottom of it, man.
What is taking the authorities so long to make an arrest? Why haven't anyone been arrested? It shouldn't take that long. If Mexico has already issued an arrest warrant, it seems like they are doing their part. It's like the holdup is on the U.S. side. Why is the FBI or the United States not concerned with the murder of this young lady? What are they dragging their feet about?
What for you does justice look like for Shanquella?
For them to go back to Mexico and do their 20, 30, 40 years, whatever they give them. And they need to pay for what they did to her.
Next month,
the mother wants the Cabo Six to be arrested and expedited back to Mexico and be held responsible for their actions.
Shanquella would have been celebrating her 26th birthday. The holidays now especially tough for her family.
How do you want your daughter to be remembered?
As the person that she was loving, loved people, loved traveling. I hurt, but I also know that God don't make no mistakes. My heart gonna hurt, and it's gonna hurt for a while. But you know, I know God gonna give me strength to get through it.
Okay, so let's take a look at these unseen, new, exclusive photos that Mr. Gerardo has posted. The first photo that we're looking at is supposedly of Miss Shanquella Robinson laying on the floor unalive. And why are they looking at her like that? Why do they look like actors? The two EMTs that have their bag on their back with gloves on. And supposedly that is the doctor that is on her knees over Shanquella. How do we know this is Shanquella in the photo? Why do the body look so swollen? Shanquella was attacked in the bedroom, naked, but was found unalive in the living room, fully clothed. Has the body been moved? Are they tampering with the evidence? This is a photo of the living room in which she was supposedly found unalive in. It doesn't look like the same photo to me, like the same living room, same aesthetics, but the photo has been so blurred out till I can't tell. You guys let me know in the comments. Supposedly, this is the unseen exclusive photo of the EMT truck. Some don't believe it's an actual truck. I don't understand the writing on the truck, so I don't know for sure. And the last photo was a photo of the officer walking down a path at the villa. Both of those all of the photos were supposedly taken on the crime scene. I don't know what relevance the picture of the truck, the EMT truck, or the officer walking down the path has to do with anything, especially if we couldn't get photos of the Cabo 6 or anything of that nature. So you guys let me know down in the comments what you think about this whole situation. This is a photo of supposedly the EMT truck leaving the scene of the accident. Once again, I don't know what relevance that have to the crime. These are questions that were asked by people in the chat to Gerardo, and his translator
First question
is answering the
about
questions.
cameras.
So let's see
They're
what he's
asking if
talking
there were
about.
security cameras inside of the villa, and the answer to that is no. The only cameras found were outside of the villa. The question is, does the Mexican police, the Mexican authorities, have these same pictures that we showed you? We don't know the answer to that question. When we turn these pictures over to the authorities, we will make sure that we ask them that question.
That makes absolutely no sense. Why in the world would he share this with the internet before he shared with the authorities?
So the question is, how did we get these pictures? Well, that's our job, investigative reporting. And we were able to find people who had these pictures, and they shared them with us.
Why are they so lucky? Why are they the only news reporters in Mexico reporting this information? And why are they allowed to put this information out? Are we being spoon-fed what they want us to know? What's going on, guys? Also, who took the photos, y'all? Come on now, if the police took them, they're not going to release them to him. Where did the photos come from? The ambulance or the doctors are not taking pictures on the scene. Come on now, y'all.
So we're being asked if we could publish those same pictures on our website. And we're going to do that. We will make sure that photographs are clear when you go on our page.
They have yet to post those clear photos. What would take them so long?
So we're being asked if we have pictures or if pictures were taken of the Cabo 6. And at this time, we don't have any pictures. But what we are doing, again, investigative reporting, is we are trying to speak to a contact that was there to see if those photographs are available.
So you are trying to tell me during your investigating reporting that you were able to get inside photos, exclusive inside photos, but you could not obtain photos of the Cabo 6 standing outside? Come on now, make it make sense.
So we're being asked if the maintenance lady was the one who found Shanquella. And it was indeed the person who found her, but she found her in the living room. That's what we're being told.
Okay, so here's where things getting confusing again. They say the maintenance person or the maid housekeeper found her in the living room, but according to Nazir, she was found slumped over the bathroom toilet. Who do we believe? Also, in these unseen photos that Mr. Gerardo just produced, Shanquella is seen laying on the living room floor unalive with her clothes on. According to the medical report, she died within 15 minutes of her injuries. How did she get dressed? Who put the clothes on her?
Again, the question is, was she found in the bedroom, in the bathroom? No, she was found in the living room.
Now, we saw her being attacked in the bedroom. We were told that she was found in the bathroom. Now it's later being reported that she was found in the living room. What story is true? Who do we believe? How did she get from one spot to another? Now, keep in mind, the medical report stated that she died within 15 minutes of her injuries. So how did she get from the bathroom from the bedroom where we saw her being attacked to the bathroom to the living room? The story is crazy. Somebody is not telling the truth, and we want to know the truth.
Okay, so you're asking about Dejanay Jackson, and I want to let you know that we're doing a whole program just about that. So we're not going to answer those questions right now because I have an entire program dedicated to that.
Now remember, back on November 28, Gerardo reported that Dejanay Jackson was in custody. And we have yet to see any evidence of that. We have seen no photos of her being taken into custody. We have seen no photos of her being in custody. So, and no one has reported that she has been in custody but him. Also, we haven't received any more information from the FBI since they made the report that there has been an arrest warrant issued for the aggressor of Shanquella Robinson. And that was almost 2 months ago.
So we're being asked, why don't we share these pictures with Shanquella Robinson's family? And of course, we would be happy to do it. But right now, the important deed here is to turn those over to the Attorney General's office so that it reinforces the case so that we can bring justice.
He sounds like the dumbest investigative reporter that I've ever seen. How do you put information out to the public before you put it out to the authorities and to the family if you are indeed trying to help the family? To me, it seems like you are trying to gain some type of notoriety, financial gain, something other than justice for Miss Shanquella Robinson. So you mean to tell me you have time to report to us rather than making it more urgent to report to the people that really can make something happen? Make it make sense.
I'm being asked if I can share these photos with the US FBI, and what I'm going to do is share them with the authorities here in Mexico, and then they will coordinate what needs to be done to share them further with the FBI or any other authorities in the US.
All of this just sounds like risky business. It just doesn't make sense the way they are moving. It makes me think they are either trying to pull one over on us, trying to put out what they want us to know, or they are really trying to cover up something that's bigger than what we really know. So, because that's the only way I can see him being able to just put these things out there without consequences, especially some of these things that we know that to not be true.
So again, we're being asked if we can show pictures of Dejanay Jackson as she's being detained, but at this time we don't have that. And again, we're going to cover it in another program, and we're thinking it'll be January timeframe before we can have that kind of a picture.
Like I said before, he is such a good investigative journalist that he can obtain exclusive photos inside the crime scene, but he can't even get a photo of someone that has been detained in Mexico. Well, they have been detained in the United States and awaited expedition to Mexico. This good journalist can't get us those photos, and it's been a month. Okay.
So I'm being asked at what time were those pictures taken. So the time frame I have is that those pictures were taken when the doctor showed up to the villa, which is, according to the reports, about 3:00 p.m.
Okay, once again, if that's in fact true, Shanquella was already deceased when they arrived, when the doctor arrived, because she passed within 15 minutes of her injuries, and the doctor arrived around the same time that she supposedly sustained the injuries and passed away. So when did they when and why did they do CPR on a dead body? Something ain't making sense to me. So if those pictures were taken at around 3:00, supposedly when the doctor arrived, the whole timeline just do not add up. Somebody's making something up. Somebody's not telling the truth, and none of it makes sense to me, and I'm sick of it.
Okay, so the question is, what was Shanquella Robinson wearing in the picture? And she is wearing a black t-shirt and pink biking shorts.
We saw Shanquella being attacked naked, and she passed away shortly after that attack. Who put on her some biking shorts and a shirt? Surely she couldn't have done it with a broken neck and spine. Notice Mr. Gerardo has gotten real acquainted with how YouTube works. He is posting his Zelle, his Cash App, and he also has set up a Patreon, which he says he will be putting out exclusive information in his Patreon group instead of here where everybody can see it. If this was in fact for justice for Shanquella, why do we have to pay to get information about her case? Not as if he is the only one, but it looks to me as if he is trying to get some type of financial gain from the Shanquella Robinson case. His importance is not about justice for Shanquella. He is looking to get what he can get from this situation. If you want to see the full interview, you can go to Mr. Gerardo's page. That is the name of his page, and you can take a look and re-examine the story for yourself. I think he is a little sketchy to me. I don't necessarily believe everything he's reporting on, because I find it I have caught him in a couple of mistruths, as well as I've caught him speculating about certain things, and I just question the authenticity of the things that he is saying, being that he is the only one reporting on it. And why would they just let him just spill just exclusive, just good, information out like that? Why would they let him put it out like that? I just don't know. You guys, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know in the comments what you think about the whole situation, because, like I said, I don't believe everything Mr. Gerardo is reporting. He is the only one still reporting. Nobody else has come up with anything. My other question would be, let's see. Yeah, so, to me, how did Miss Shanquella get dressed? How? It had to take more than one person to dress her dead body. We all know how dead weight is. Even if she was 125 pounds, that's still probably double weight, that dead weight. So with her body being limp and heavy, how did she how it took more than one person to put on her some biking shorts, you know what I'm saying? So that would make somebody else an accomplice. I already thought they was accomplice when they were trying to hide evidence in the first place and lying about what really took place over there. So guys, let me know what you think, y'all. Do y'all think that is Shanquella in the photo? Do you think these photos are real, or do you think they just he done pulled them out of I don't know where, y'all? This story is so confusing and so misleading. I just don't know. It's just so too many moving parts to the story. Let me know what you think. Do you guys think that Janae is in custody? Let me know in the comments, y'all. So, until my next upload, y'all, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thinking. Until the next upload, I'll holler at you guys. Get to come and pick up your